Now then, welcome to my early stream. Yeah, I'm doing an early stream this morning, and I'm going to be doing the UNBUILD, the Twisted ROUTEMASTER project part 3. Sorry. So yeah, part 3. So what does that involve? Well, it involves taking more panels off. So we've got the near side to do now. Just as a quick reminder to what the offside looked like. So there was the offside, and let's go full screen on that one. So yeah, you can see that all the panels have come off that side, and it has got big issues with the framework around the rear wheel arch. So and along the sides there at the bottom, it appears to have screws in, but the screws aren't actually doing anything. They're actually pushing the framework away from the chassis, so it actually springs out from the chassis about 1/4 of an inch, so along the bottom then around the rear wheel arch. So I know what the problem is. It's the joint in the center. The joint in the center needs filing, shall we say. So yeah, filing to fit. And then there's a couple of joints at the rear end here that aren't very good, and there's a couple of joints halfway down as well. So, but yeah, I can see to that once I get all the panels off and once I get the top deck off, I can rehash the framework. So this is going to be an UNBUILD project. So obviously all these panels and all these bits and pieces are all coming off this bus, and they're all going to be put back on later on. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting into it. But today we're going to be actually doing the near side, and the near side panels that we're going to be doing today is the the rear wheel arch. So and then the next panel along, I believe. So let's change my camera, and then we'll go from there. Oh, before I do that, actually, before I change my camera, I'm going to say to you, I've got a big thank you to say to one of my supporters, and that is Horlix. Horlix has sent me the model that we're actually going to be building. So yeah, this is the East Yorkshire ROUTEMASTER, and as you can see in the top corner up there somewhere, this is the actual ROUTEMASTER that we're going to be building. So in these colours as well, and yeah, so when this gets taken down, and it will be restored and painted, and it will be rebuilt into a open top ROUTEMASTER, exactly the same as that. And I've got Horlix to thank you for this. He's been so kind to send me it. Thank you ever so much, Horlix. Very much appreciated indeed, because I now work off the model instead of just photographs, so I can work off the real thing. And as you can see in there, it's got leather seats at the top, which we'll be replicating in the model. It's got all the adverts and on everything, East Yorkshire, and the kite logo that they used. So, and as I've said in the description of this video, me and Christine actually rode on the real thing when it was the real thing with East Yorkshire. So yeah, came to one of the vintage rallies that we went to, and we actually had a ride on it. So yeah, brings back a few memories, and it's an absolute pleasure to do this, because obviously we've been given the opportunity to do it through the cheap ROUTEMASTER that we bought off Facebook Marketplace. So anyway, thank you, Horlix. This is very much appreciated. Okay, so oh goodness me, we've got somebody in the chat as well. So, and it's Horlix. So good morning, Horlix. Morning, he says. And yeah, you're welcome to come along to my stream and see what we're up to today. And yeah, it's going to be a bit more relaxed for an hour or so, and you're going to see me unbuild the ROUTEMASTER. So, and then Horlix says, you're very welcome. Well, thank you very much, Horlix. Very much appreciated, my friend. Very much appreciated indeed. And yeah, I'll be working off the model and replicating it onto this bus here, as you'll see later on in the series. So I've put it down for about a year because it's going to take a little while to obviously get the paintwork sorted and get all the bodywork sorted that I need to do. But I'm hoping, I'm absolutely hopeful that I'll be able to get this done within about 10 months, I think. So yeah, so well within this year, if I can manage to get on with it as quickly as possible. Okay, right, let's change cameras and let's go and see what we can do with this one on the near side and see what we have to come off today. So there we are. There's the near side rear, and we'll be taking this panel off around the rear wheel. Okay, so let me just move over and then we'll get into it. We're going to need the magazine, so and basically we're going backwards on the magazine on each magazine issue. So we're going to need all these the panels, the strips and everything, and the screws all off, and they're all going to be bagged up into a separate bag. And I've already got a bag written out, so it's issue 120, and it's going to be all going into this zipper bag so that I can pop it away, and then later on I can restore the panels that have been taken off, and I can solve every issue that's going to be on this bus. And goodness me, there is going to be a few issues as well to solve, because I'm still coming across bits that are definitely wrong. So I've got my screw box, so I'll be putting all the screws in the appropriate places in the screw box. As it happens, we've only got NM screws again. We've got lots of the red ones, and we've got a couple of the cream ones. So anyway, it doesn't matter. All them NM screws are going in the same box, in the same part of the box, and that's because they're going to get painted anyway. So okay. So I've had a quick look at this side, and we've got a few issues with it. We've got some strips missing here and under this back destination. We've got some right up in this corner, which you can't see at the moment, but right up in this corner, you've got some glued issues. It looks like it's been glued around some of the strips. The advert that's on, the Typho T advert, that's been glued on, and it's also been it's also got the screws underneath the advert as well, which it shouldn't have. And then this wheel arch, again, similar to the other side. When you look at the framework down here, and you look in between where the chassis is, and it's supposed to be, it's not actually sitting properly on the chassis, and that's because the whole body itself, the interior of the body, isn't actually anchored into the chassis. So there's lots of screws missing underneath. Also, it's got another issue as this bus, and that is that the front steering arm has dropped off because it's got no screw in it. So it's going to all have to be taken down piece by piece and then restored. But of course, let me just look at these top deck windows for you. So, but of course, these top deck windows, so pretty much all this area here is all going to be coming off, and we don't need it obviously because with the open top ROUTEMASTER, we only need the very back corner. Let me move the camera again. We only need this very back corner here, and then that will be cut around there, going right around to the other side, leaving the emergency window in, and then so basically all the roof all the way along, right to the second front window. So all this will have to come off, and all the roof panels will have to come off, and then here this framework will have to be cut and another window added. Actually the back window, the back curved window, will be added there and glued in place and stitched on, and then there'll be like a lip going across here, and that's where your lifeguard rail will attach to. Will this lip along here. So yeah, lots to do, lots to think about, and lots to get involved with. And I'm sorry about the light at the moment. We've got some light going on there, so I think it's from the main light in the room here, and hopefully it's not in the way. So right, let's open our screw box and let's get rolling, as it was, and see where we can go. I'll just adjust my camera. So right, as you know, I'm unscrewing screw by screw, and we're going along, taking all these panels and strips off in order, and then I'm going to be bagging them up and putting them away in order. And I've actually got one of them big plastic storage boxes, and I'll be putting all the issues in there, issue by issue, and so that hopefully there'll only be a couple of bits missing that I'm pointing out on the way, that I'll be able to sort out hopefully during the rebuild process. So you might have noticed that the platform on here has actually got some bad marks on it as well. Oh, I dropped a bit in there. So yeah, the platform on the back here where the conductors were stood, somebody super glued it on and it's fell off, and it's made some quite bad marks on here, but I'm pretty sure I can sand that down and repaint it, and it'll certainly look different when I put it back together. So yeah, there's issues like that I'm coming up against all the time. I'm not too fussed really, because when I've repainted the other two that we did, all these panels and screws and strips and everything else had to be repainted, and we was able to do that before, of course, putting it together. But this is a different kettle of fish. This has all obviously got to come apart and then be rebuilt physically. So this is quite a challenge, and you're all the time thinking about what did the old guy do that had it, you know, what did he struggle with, and what issues did he leave, and what issues didn't he do. So I've actually put in the description what this is all about, so if you can't find anything about this project, just look in the description. Basically, I bought it off Facebook Marketplace. It was being offered at a very, very, very cheap price, and the guy who actually sold it, he was given it by someone else who didn't want it, and then it actually belonged to another guy, and he was given it when the old guy that built it, he died sadly, and his widow didn't want it, so he gave it to the neighbour or something, and then this neighbour passed it on to this other guy, and this other guy said, well, I love it, but my wife don't want it in the house, so he decided to part with it. And luckily I was just in the right place at the right time. I saw it advertised on Facebook Marketplace, and I thought, I'm going to go and have a look at that. And I actually thought that it wasn't complete or something, or, you know, there was a lot missing, or, you know, some reason why it was so very, very cheap. And I was quite surprised to see it all there, all complete, apart from a few bits and pieces missing on it, which was, you know, neither here nor there really. So yeah, I'm just being careful with all these strips, because I've got to bag all these up separately. So that's proving a bit of awkward one, that strip there, but it won't once we get a bit further along and I can pull the panel up. So yeah, I'm quite excited to get involved in this, and it's given me the opportunity to actually build something that I wouldn't have been able to build, and that is the open topper. And as I said in the description, me and Christine actually rode on the real thing. Was actually attending a vintage vehicle rally that we was actually at one day, and there was giving free rides to the pub, to the local pub. So we said, well, we'll have a ride on it. And we had a ride on it, and it was actually driven by a good friend of ours as well at the time. Called him Ernie, and he was just sort of keeping his hand in driving a bit. He's actually working for East Yorkshire as an upholsterer at that particular time. And I do believe he's retired now. So, but Ernie's a good personal friend. He has a vintage car or two, and we've known him for quite a lot of years. And yeah, it was well known for getting a vintage bus to this show to give people free rides to the local pub, and which they did gladly, because it was the vintage event that we went to was actually for charity. So yeah, they used to give an awful lot of money to local charities, which was brilliant. So, and it was nice to be along to, nice to be involved with at that particular time. So yeah, it gives you a nice feeling when you do little things for charity. And yeah, it's very much appreciated by struggling charities as it was then. Yeah. So yeah, they used to come around with like a donation tub, you know, and you just chucked a pound in a donation bucket or something, and it all used to help. All used to help the cause of whatever there was raising funds for. Normally it was cancer or air ambulance or something. So yeah, very worthwhile causes indeed. Yeah. I think that's the way we've got to think nowadays, isn't it? We've got to think more charitable ways. An awful lot more charities about now than what there was even back in the 90s. So, and I think there's an awful lot more need for charities as well, isn't there? So, yeah. I'll come back to the chat in a minute, because I've noticed that there is quite a bit of chat coming in. So it's just that I'm about 3 feet away from the computer at the moment. Just get a few more of these screws out, and then we'll come and have a chat to you. If you notice this panel here, it hasn't got the gold screw in either. So it's got a red screw in, and there's 1 or 2 screws missing down this side. Oops. Down there, strip. There we are. And then you've got to remember about these little strips as well that's in between the panels. It's quite strange actually taking it apart, and you know, especially after building some, certainly different, shall we say, and yeah, quite pleasurable, because we don't know what's under the framework. And yeah, I've been surprised on the offside, certainly with them gaps and things, and the bits and pieces that need sorting out with the framework. It's been quite an eye-opener. So there's one there, and one there. Okay. Yeah, it reminds me of the days when I used to do all sorts of everything on lawnmowers many years ago, fault finding and what have you, and it sort of reminds me of that, finding the faults. Yeah, I can tell this framework's the same. It needs filing in the centre here, so to make it fit properly. So this would have been the gold screw that I'm taking out now, but it's red. Yeah. And then we've got one there. And I think we've only 3 or 4 screws, and then we can take this panel off. We've got here now 1, 2 screws, is it? Yeah, it could be. Let's have a look then. So I've got my bag marked up already that it goes into. I'm sorry that my hands might be in the way a little bit, but we're just trying to get all these screws out. Some of these screws just aren't in much at all. Goodness me, that panel sprung up there. So that tells me it wasn't fitting properly. Okay, so I think I've got all them screws. Oh, there's one there I want to get out. Let's see what I can do about that. Just get something to try and lift underneath near the screw. It's just in the panel actually. It's not actually holding anything. It's just in the panel. Get out that strip. There we are. Okay. Right. So let me find the bag and I'll have it bagged up. So yeah, another one bites the dust there, another panel. And put the long strip in first. Come on. And get these in. So that's 2, 3, 4. Yeah. That one, 5, 6, 7. Oh, come on. 8. Come here. Yeah. 9. And 10. And 11. And 12. Goodness me. 13. And another one there. 14. And the panel 15. Let's have a count up, shall we? Oh, there we are. There's the panel off. Oh, there's a screw under there. Look at that. Yeah, nothing written on the panel. So, and nothing's been done to rectify the curve on it or anything. So let's put that in the zipper bag. And, that's all safe and secure now. So that's that. Let's get that screw out of there. So the cream screw. Yeah. So that'll be an NM. Anything else that we can see in there? No, I don't think so. Some glue. Looks like there's some glue back there though that didn't look very good. Anyway, we'll move on to the next panel. So yeah, just as I suspected, that it isn't quite sitting on the frame properly under here with these big screws. And yeah, it's nicely round there, but it could be better. And obviously if it was gripped down each side, it was sitting a lot better. Right, let's move on and see what the chat is. So goodness me, some chat developed this morning. So we've got David Bassett. Good evening, good morning. So Dave saying Horlix ding ding. There you are, David. And Horlix says, morning at David Bassett. And then Horlix says, why they have an emergency exit still, even though it's open top? Surely it's easy to get out from the open bit, then squeeze through the window. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Good point there, Horlix. So Rackety Spoon 17 after hours says, Jello all, and good morning all. Good morning, Rackety. And I hope you're well. So Alex says morning at Rackety Spoon. And then we've got Jay's channel. Good morning. Hope everyone is okay and well. A soggy morning here now and cold. Yeah, it's actually pretty cold here as well. It's not soggy at the moment, but it is pretty cold. And we've got a slight wind, but the main part of the wind has actually gone, thank goodness. So yeah, well, we've got Stephen Owen as well. Oh, come on, Stephen Owen. Good morning, Steve. And yeah, I'm just doing a bit more of this UNBUILD the ROUTEMASTER, and all these lovely panels that you used to put on before. I'm taking them off this model, and I've done the near side. Sorry, the off side. In fact, I'll just quickly show you that. There's the off side. And yeah, it's got several big major problems down here, especially in the center where the joints are of the framework. All them screws along the bottom there don't actually go into the chassis. All right from the front just behind the front wheel to just behind the back wheel. All them bottom screws, they don't actually go into the chassis at all, they just go into the framework. And so all that bottom end's about 1/4 of an inch off from the framework. And then it's got issues around the back corner there, and then it's got issues down the center, and a couple of them joints along the middle there have got issues as well. So it's not a problem, I can file it to fit. And oh yeah, the cab door's falling off as well. So yeah, it's got one or two problems. Anyway, we'll see what's happening with this one. Up to now, these screws aren't in very tight on the framework down here at the bottom, along the bottom skirt there. Yeah, and I think the framework where it joins in the center here has also got a problem as well. Anyway, let's move on a little bit. So what we've got here, we've got Rockety Spoon 17 After Hours says, I have 5 of the kids watching, as 2 older ones are still in bed. Hello kiddies, thanks for watching. And yeah, this is what we're up to at the moment. We're taking this bus apart. So I bet you've never seen anything like this before. You've always seen people put things together, but you've never seen somebody take things apart this much, eh? So I hope you're enjoying it as well. So, and then Horlix says, morning Jay and Stephen Owen. And yeah, lovely to have some nice chat in the chat there. Okay, let's return then. And let me have a slurp of my tea. Yes, I have got some tea. Okay, so what's next then? So that's issue 120. So let's move on to issue 119. What was in issue 119? Well, it was the next panel along. It was the London part of the panel and screws and all the rest of it. So I'm going to have to move my camera along, aren't I? Because otherwise you guys aren't going to be able to see. So let's move that and let's move that up there. Hopefully it'll come a bit clearer in a second, hopefully. Come on camera. You don't like it. Is the camera shy? I don't know. Let's see what it does when we move that away. Yeah, that's not so bad now. Not so bad. So on this then we've got the panels, the strips, and then we should have the tickets in, the route numbers, etc. But they're actually in a little tub marked issue 130, and we've got the brackets there. Both brackets are there, but the D and the 13, the running number plate and garage code plates, are actually in issue 130, which is bagged away separately because there wasn't actually glued in on this, thank goodness. And then we've got the step, so we've got two different screws to think about, and that's the KM screws. But we've also already got a place marked up for the KM screws. I think the only thing I've got to do is to mark a bag of 119. So, where's my bags? Oh yeah, there they are. So they're down here. So I'm just using Beko foil zipper bags. They're in medium. You can get larger ones, but I'm using the medium size. And that's simply because they're good strong bags and you can actually write on them as well. So where's my pen? So this is issue 119. So all I'm doing is marking on the bag, issue 119, 119, and then I can make notes on there as well as to whether there's bits missing or what have you. So let's put that to one side for now, and then we'll crack on with some screws being taken out. So let me lift my pot up. There we go. Okay, so this panel, or these two panels here, they look as though they've got every screw in. The last panel didn't have every screw in. There was several missing. but this one looks as like it's got every screw in, and I think it's all complete. Yeah, it's all complete as this one, so he must have had a good time fastening this one in. Right, let's start then. So yeah, and they're all NM screws apart from the two that's in the step, and they're KM screws. So yeah, it's not bad. They're actually looser, these panels though, and yeah. So I'm just beginning to think that it was, you know, in the first instance, the guy who made it was, I'm assuming, you know, that he was perhaps an elderly bus driver, ex-bus driver or something. And we don't think he's been watching the show, because there's several things on this that aren't connected to any of the ROUTEMASTER shows that we've been in. You know, that we've been telling people about, and certain issues and that, you can tell that people have like done it their own way, which is fair enough. You know, it's not a problem. It's just that I'm just really glad that I've been able to been given the chance of giving it another life, and thank goodness it you know, it didn't cost an awful lot neither. So, and I'm really happy that I'm able to do this as well, so that it's something different for you guys to watch, rather than a build up. It's a build down. So yeah, slow going at the moment, because they're all these screws are actually in, even though they're not tight. They're just put in, well, just a bit more than finger tight, I think. That one is, you know, you can tell that they're quite raised. So yeah. Well, he certainly had fun building it, without a shadow of a doubt. Did the guy who built it, and that's the main. So I think I told you that the guy I bought it off, he sort of said his wife couldn't live with it in the house, and he had to get rid of it quick. It actually made me laugh. I was actually thinking it might have been, you know, a woman like Mrs. Bouquet. Now, Richard, you're not having that in the house. Yeah, my dad used to watch that program a lot. He used to absolutely love it. Mrs. Bouquet. That's another strip off there. Good, jolly good. So we're just simply working along, and from that end, and these screws are so small, it's unreal. So where's it gone now, that one? So it's very, very, very tiny. I don't even think you can see it in my hand there, in between my fingers. So if you're not used to this build, you know, you can easily lose these ones. Very tiny NM screws. So there was a devil putting them in as well, and we was always losing them, and we was always finding our magnetic mats and things to pick them up and to make them go to, rather than trying to pick them up all the time and what have you. So I've actually got one on the floor now, and so because I dropped one earlier. The carpet monster will got it. Either that or the Hoover will get it later on. So yeah, got a bit of a Cyber Saturday going on today. I'm actually live later on tonight, so at 8 PM. I'm going to be building the Agora red one, and we'll be up to pack 3, issue 24, I believe. So where this one's coming down, the other one's building up. So, well, the other 2 are building up actually. So yeah, bit of something different, something from the norm. And I really must get into my Eddie Stobbart as well, because I'm well behind with my Eddie Stobbart. As you know, Crafty Chris, my wife, she's actually building the Eddie Stobbart too, and she's well ahead of me now, and so is everybody else. So I like being a few issues behind there, because and then I can see what's coming up in the future. So I know Rackety Spoony likes the other way. Doesn't like to see what's coming up in the future and just building without the magazine, which is absolutely amazing. So I do when I don't like to see what's coming up in the future. I like the surprise sometimes, and I like the fact that I'm a little bit behind in case of any problems that arise, or and at the end of the day, I'm not doing it for really channel views or anything like that. So as I say, I like being a little bit behind with the builds, and I don't like to rush neither. I like to take my time and make it more relaxed for you guys if we can. So let's loosen that one off there. Oh mate, we've got a postman coming. I'm actually alone at the moment, so I may have to rush off to the post. Yeah, I probably will. Right, okay. Just bear with me a moment, and okay, sorry about that. I'm back now. So yeah, I didn't want the dog barking or anything, and to spoil your viewing or anything, and didn't want you to be turning anything down. So to get deafened by my dog yapping at the postman. Yeah, jolly good. I think I'm out of camera shot here. So let's go and move across a bit. Let's see if I can get my camera to work properly. Maybe if I push that up like that. I've actually got this lid on the Lazy Susan, and I had the Lazy Susan given to me by Verwayne. So thank you for that, Verwayne. She brought me that Lazy Susan. It's like and then I've got a board on top of the Lazy Susan, so I could just lay this down to get to work on it. I love getting these on their sides, and then you can actually work on them a lot better. So, and then obviously with the Lazy Susan, you can move it around to wherever you want, you see. And if you're very, very clever, you can do it with the mirrors on. You just put a thicker lump of wood down and put that on top of the Lazy Susan. But I would strongly suggest that you actually took the mirrors and the indicators off your build before you actually laid it on its side to do anything. But that's it's basically how I work on these models. So see what the post woman's up to now. I don't know what she's doing. So really hoping she doesn't She didn't knock on the door. It won't be the first time she's forgotten something. I think she's going. So, yeah. I can't remember what I was saying. I was saying about my stream tonight. Yeah, stream tonight at 8 o'clock. I'm doing doubles as it was during day and night, or whenever I've got the time, and that's because I've got a lot to do. I've got a lot to catch up on, really, and I want to keep the interest there while it's there. I'm very grateful for you guys watching and commenting and liking and subscribing, of course. And I'm also grateful for the help I'm receiving through our community as well, with computer issues or making my my introduction, my intro, which was, it's amazing. I really love the intro, and the outros. They're brilliant, and far cleverer than I am. The people that are helping me in the background, far cleverer. So, and then of course, there's any computer problems that we come across, we try and help each other with them if we can. Come on, let's get the little bracket off, and then I can get the screws out. The screws are stuck in there. That's a bit odd. Let's see if we can get them. There we are. We've got them out. Right, let's have a look. Now, this panel is actually tucked around this corner very slightly, and it will come up. So let me just check and see that I've got all the strips off. I think I have, yeah, all the strips. Oh, apart from this step. So we've got the step to take out. So they're KM screws. So they're separate and they're going to a separate pot. It's that one and that one. I'm getting dry again. Goodness me. It's the tea. I need a tea. Let's get these into the KM. There was one. There's two. Okay. Right. Okay. Let's go for this again then. We'll bag it up. And so issue 119, and I could have carried on, you know, but I left the other issues upstairs. So I only brought 2 issues down. I thought, goodness me, that's going to take an age to do. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, come on, 10, 11, come on, get in, 12, 13 with the panel, 14, 15. Alright, got in the bag nicely, and zip her up. That's issue 119. Okay, so yeah, I can tell that joint needs sorting out again down there. It certainly ain't fitting right in that. This bit's not too bad, and if I look under there, yeah, it's very nearly down. Is that? So yeah, and so it looks like that bit's actually right, and it looks like it's right above there as well. So yeah, you can tell where it's not right on the joint. Okay, and then the other problem is the steering arm's dropped off, and so we've got a wobbly wheel going on there. And if I aren't careful, we'll have 3 wheels on my wagon, won't we? So, but I don't know what the issues are there, so that's good. Right, I'm going to fasten this up. And yeah, I think I'm going to end the stream shortly. So there's all the screws. Getting loads of the NM screws now. Maybe tell you, maybe can't. So yeah, absolutely loads of the NM screws. That's the panel we've just done, and the next panel along then will be the back destination bland. I think the back destination bland panel. So, and that'll be issue 118. It'll be that one there. So the back destination panel, and already I've noticed there's 2 strips missing there, and as I said, there's a bit of glue going on in this corner. I don't know what's happening there. Some of the screw heads look as though they're being chewed up. Some of them look as though they're not in properly, and then there's one over the over the FOT advert. Yeah, there's 2 screws in there, I think. Let's have a look. See if I can peel it back a bit. Come on. Can't peel it back. Come on. There we are. So yeah, there's 1 screw there. Look underneath the paper. Goodness knows what they've used to stick that on. It certainly isn't the glue that came off the adverts. Goodness me. Anyway, we've got there. We can get to that strip now. You're right. Okay, so I'm going to cut the stream there, and I'm going to get ready because we're going to go somewhere shortly, and we're getting there now. Two bottom panels done, and let's move that along if I can. Yeah, 2 bottom panels are all stripped. And so it's just the upper deck panels now, and then we go to the front and the back, don't we? So we've got panels on the front and back, and then the roof. And I can't wait to get that roof off because there's something amiss there in the roof that's not quite right as well. So it'll probably be due to the framework or the way that they've actually put these roof panels on. So yeah, it's quite an interesting. Project is this one. Okay, I'm just going to move my camera, and goodness me, there's some chat coming. So I'm grateful for that. Thank you very much. So let me move my camera. Come on, camera. I always have to talk to my camera to get it to go. There we go. Right, so goodness me, there is some chat. So what have we got? We've got Spoon saying they all want me to build this for them, but I can't do 8 of them as no funds for it. No, goodness me, they all want one, and yeah, I need one for the shelf. Yeah, you can actually pick these up off eBay or Facebook Marketplace like I did. There was one sold recently on eBay that was half there for about £150, something like that. I was watching it on eBay, but there's no way I can afford another one. So, but yeah, of course, the whole kit is still available from Agora Models, and you can have a 12-monthly or 24-monthly subscription to it from Agora. So yeah, it's still available. It's still out there. But probably the best way to do it, or cheapest way to do it, is to look on, as I say, eBay or Marketplace and Facebook Marketplace, and see if there's one that's not been finished or something. So yeah, we have a guy in the ROUTEMASTER group who's been buying ones like that. So he's got a whole collection of about 10, I think it is now, that he's been buying off like eBay and such like, and he's been converting them to workshops and single deck ones and open top ones, and it's actually the guy that gave me the inspiration to do this one too. So yeah, Crafty Chris says morning everyone. Hello darling. Good morning darling. And Horlix says morning Crafty Chris. And then we've got Neil Branthwaite. Hi all. Hi Neil. Sorry, Nigel Branthwaite. How are you, Nigel? Are you all right? So, and Steve Owen says morning Horlix. And Horlix says I do love the buckets. Have them all on DVD. Yeah, the Mrs. Bouquet. Yes, Mrs. Bucket as she's referred to, isn't she? So yeah, Mrs. Bouquet, please. Yeah, my dad used to love Mrs. Bouquet and such like. Yeah, he did. He used to like that. And he used to laugh his socks off when she was always getting at Richard. So Horlix says morning at Nigel Branthwaite, and Nigel Branthwaite says hi Horlix. And Spoon says Wabbit has a first video coming out today of the Doll's House. Wow. Well, I'm pretty sure that Chris and Yorkshire Crafter would be interested in looking at that. And then there's Jason as well. He's doing the Doll's House, so he'd be quite interested in look at that, I should think. So, and as I just said, Crafty Chris says we'll look out for that, Spoons. And then Nigel Branthwaite says hi, Crafty Chris. And then Crafty Chris says hi, Nigel. And Nigel says good, thanks, Dave. Brill, good. That's good. Better than the weather, but better than the weather is today. I wasn't better than the weather was yesterday. Goodness me, I didn't like going out in the wind. It was horrendous. It just cripples me, just cold wind. So I like to stay in the nice warm. Okay, so David Bassett says I'm off to go steward at Wycombe and Cheltenham Town in a few minutes' time. Good luck for that, David. Good luck. Up the Wycombe Wanderers are successful again, and which I'm sure they will be, because they are a good team out there, and I do know that you do support them and you do steward for them as well. So good on you, David. Thanks very much for that. Okay, right. I'm going to say to you now that we've got a stream tonight at 8 o'clock. So it'll be on my channel at 8 o'clock. Sunday night on Danno's channel, Danno's Universe, we've got another stream, and that is Danno's Universe, 8 o'clock, and he's doing the Enterprise. And then on Monday night at 7 p.m, there is a new show starting with the Disney Doll's House, and that will be on Yorkshire Crafter's channel and Crafty Chris's channel. Tuesday, Crafty Chris will be doing the Eddie Stobbart. Wednesday, Horlix and Max Modz will be doing the Arduino show and jacklttv. And Thursday, that will be the Craft and Quiz show on Yorkshire Crafter's channel and Crafty Chris's channel. Friday, it will be Horlix, and it'll be doing something special on Friday evening. Saturday, it will be me again at 8 o'clock on the night time, and I'll probably do a day stream as well. I'll probably fit a couple of them in. So what have we got now? We've got David Bassett saying it's pronounced Wickham, Dave. Sorry about that. I'm not into football, cricket, rugby, or anything like that. So and then David Bassett says Penny is a Wickham supporter too. So okay. So yeah. No, the only football team I know about is Hull City. Yeah. So yeah. You're either into it or you're not, and yeah, good if you're into it, and also good if you're not as well. So right, okay, I'm going to go back to my brand now. I'm going to run my banner and say thank you all for supporting me, and please like, share and subscribe if you wouldn't mind, please. And I'm also going to say on the banner, you can join our Facebook groups if you're not already a member. Build the ROUTEMASTER Model 112 scale, miniature buses 112 scale and larger, build the Eddie Stobbart 112 scale truck Twiggy, and DS Models and Vintage, and Harshette Titanic 1 to 200 scale. They're all Facebook groups, and you're all welcome to join. So, and yeah, I'm going to leave that on, and I'm going to say, oh, got another comment in. Oh yeah, we'll get rid of that one. Okay, no problem. So thanks for the view, but no thanks. You do get them. You do get them. So they do try. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my outro, my lovely outro, and I'm going to say thanks for joining me today. And remember to see me tonight at 8 o'clock. And good luck. Goodbye. Farewell. See you later on. See you now.